Hello and welcome back, my friends. Got a quick question for you. Did you make it out to the garden today? I sure hope so. You know, right now is the best time to get out and get at least one thing done a day. We're at the end of January, so weather permitting, if you can get out and get ahead of the game, more power to you. The better the garden is that you're going to be able to grow. Now, if the weather's bad, you can still get things done indoors, put some seeds on order, do a little bit of designing, planning out. But anything you could do in preparation for this upcoming season is going to give you that jump start, the head start to grow the most amazing garden you've ever had. So I'm sticking true to that. I'm coming out this evening and I'm going to be putting some coffee grounds in the garden. And coffee grounds are a powerful resource that you should be adding into your landscape. Now there's so many folks who actually just throw coffee grounds out in the trash, or they might put it in a compost pile, which is great. But you can actually put this resource directly into your garden. There's a lot of benefits to it, and I'm going to share with you some of those secrets right now. So check this out, guys. I'm very fortunate in that a family member actually saved this for me and brought it over. It's very kind of them. So I encourage you, if you're into gardening, let your family, friends, co-workers know that you like to use coffee grounds in your garden, and if they could save them for you, that you'd really appreciate it, because this is a tremendous resource. This is a good amount right here, and you can make them feel good about helping you out too, because they're not having to throw it in the trash. Instead, they're helping you out. You're putting it out in your garden. It's good for the environment, and hey, help them out as well. Give them some fresh fruits and veg coming from your garden, and encourage them to keep on saving you those grounds. And it's a two-way street. Works very well. Okay, so when we're talking coffee grounds, we're not talking about just ground up coffee. These are spent coffee grounds, so they've already been ran through a machine. And there's a common misconception out there that coffee grounds are acidic, and therefore people don't feel that it's appropriate to put it around all their different plants, but just acid-loving plants like blueberries. And that's not true, because the acid in the coffee ground is actually water soluble, and so through the process of making your cup of coffee, the acid is going into the drink. All right, so benefit number one to adding this in your garden around your plants like so is it can help to repel ants and slugs and snails. It's not 100% effective, but it definitely does help. Slugs and snails especially are going to choose another path most of the time rather than crossing around your coffee ground. So if you can scatter a nice little ring around maybe a problematic plant where you're seeing a lot of damage occurring, that's going to help you out. Same thing if you're having an ant problem. Scatter these coffee grounds just around your plants like so. And this is just an example. I don't have an ant problem over here. Actually, I don't have any ant problems in my whole backyard food forest to speak of, so go figure. You would think with all this mass of plant matter growing everywhere that there would be some sort of an infestation, right? Now, another wonderful benefit is that it's actually going to help contribute to your soil tilth, the structure of your soil. And so by adding in these organic materials like coffee grounds, wood chips, it's going to help to create a nice, well-draining, organically rich, nice, versatile living soil, in part because, again, here's another tip, the worms are going to come in and eat these coffee grounds. Worms love the grittiness of spent coffee grounds. So another way that I utilize this is to throw it into my worm bin. All right, so let's check out the worm bin this winter. I've got the heating mat here warming it up a bit, and we're nice and full right now. I've been adding a lot of scraps in. You can see how the worms have gravitated towards the top here, on top of this coconut coir, or coconut fiber. Look at that. They're just loving the heat. Now we're just going to add in some of these coffee grounds right on top. Because there's so much organic material in here right now, this is just going to help to keep any smells that might come up, which usually doesn't happen. They break this stuff down super quick. But this can be helpful if you are having a situation. And we're just going to throw that in there, as well as, hey, if you had any ants come in to your bin, I've never had a problem with that either, but I know some folks have. You may want to try the coffee ground technique for that as well. There we go. Now, there are so many ways to acquire large amounts of coffee grounds in bulk. You can get them at your local coffee shops, some of the larger shops like Starbucks around here. actually have a bin that they put out for customers to just help themselves to the spent coffee grounds. And I would recommend, if you utilize that service, to be a patron and do the right thing. Buy a cup of coffee, a cup of tea when you go in there, and just make it a two-way street, because we do appreciate that they make this service available to us. And I've gotten well over 100 pounds of grounds over the course of a month just doing a frequent stop in the past. So there you have it, my friends. If you're not yet doing so, I highly suggest adding some coffee grounds into your garden, into your worm bin. Tell your friends, your family, acquire as much as you can for free. And with that, I hope this video finds you and finds you well out in the world and out in your garden, planting more abundance in your life. Take care, everyone. I'll be talking to you again soon.